You were not born to struggle. You were not placed on this earth to pay bills and die. Deep inside you, there's a force, an infinite potential waiting to be unlocked. But the truth is, most people live and die without ever tapping into it. They spend their lives reacting instead of creating. They chase money, but never become wealthy. They believe that abundance is for others, but not for them. And yet, there's a reason why certain people seem to attract money effortlessly. Why some rise from nothing and build empires, while others with the same opportunities, education, or work ethic remain stuck. It's not chance. It's not talent. It's not even hard work. It's awareness. And no one revealed this truth more clearly than Bob Proctor, a man who studied wealth, success, and the power of the mind for over 6 decades. Today, we go deep into the mind of Bob Proctor, to decode his timeless teachings, to destroy the lies we've been told about money, and to finally understand how to attract financial abundance from the inside out. Who was Bob Proctor? Bob Proctor wasn't born into luxury. He didn't come from a rich family or graduate with a fancy degree. In fact, by the age of 26, Bob was broke, insecure, and working a series of dead-end jobs. He had no purpose, no direction, no clue how to turn his life around, until one day he picked up a book. Not just any book. It was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And in that moment, everything changed. Bob didn't just read that book. He devoured it. He studied it line by line, word by word, and for the first time in his life, he saw a pattern, a code, a universal system that all wealthy people, consciously or unconsciously, followed. That book became his obsession. But Bob didn't stop at reading. He put the principles into action. He began cleaning floors, yes, as a janitor, and within a year, he was making over $100,000, then $1 million, then more. People asked, "How are you doing this?" And that's when Bob Proctor became a teacher. Over the next 60 years, he dedicated his life to helping millions of people unlock the power of the mind to transform their finances, their health, and their destiny. He became one of the leading figures in The Secret. He mentored CEOs, world leaders, and everyday people like you and me. But at the core of all his teachings was one truth: change your thoughts, and you change your results. The power of beliefs. Bob Proctor said, "You don't get what you want, you get what you are." That statement alone contains the key to unlocking your financial life. Everything you see in your external world, your bank account, your job, your opportunities, is a direct reflection of what you believe inside. Most people believe they have to work harder to earn more. But the truth is, if you have limiting beliefs about money, no amount of hard work can overcome that subconscious sabotage. Think about it. You could hand someone $1 million, but if their mind is conditioned to poverty, they will find a way to lose it. That's why lottery winners go broke. That's why people who inherit wealth often self-destruct. Because the problem is not the money, it's the identity. Your beliefs are like a thermostat. Even if you temporarily rise in income, your subconscious will bring you right back down to your set point, unless you change the programming. What beliefs did you grow up with? Money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Rich people are greedy. You have to struggle to succeed. You didn't choose those beliefs. You inherited them from parents, from teachers, from culture. But here's the good news. You can reprogram them. Bob Proctor taught that your subconscious mind is a fertile field. Whatever beliefs you plant there, good or bad, will grow. And most people are walking around with a poverty seed, expecting a wealth harvest. It doesn't work that way. You must plant new seeds. You must water them daily, and you must protect them from weeds, doubt, fear, and toxic environments. That's the work. That's the path. And Bob gave us the tools. Bob Proctor's 5 timeless principles of financial abundance. Here are Bob Proctor's 5 most powerful principles for unlocking wealth, not just financially, but spiritually and mentally as well. These are not tricks. These are laws of life. First, gratitude, the frequency of receiving. Gratitude is not a luxury. It's not something you do when things are good. It's a spiritual technology, a tool that instantly raises your vibration and brings you into harmony with abundance. Bob used to say, you can't get more until you are grateful for what you already have. Why? Because complaining puts you in scarcity. Gratitude puts you in abundance. And the law of attraction is simple. You get more of what you are in tune with. Start a daily gratitude practice, not just mentally, emotionally. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your bones. The more grateful you are, the more open you become to receiving. 2. Value creation. Money is a mirror. Money is a result. It's not the cause. And it flows to those who solve problems and add value to others. If you're not making money, don't ask, why am I broke? Ask, how can I help more people? How can I solve a bigger problem? How can I increase the impact of my service? This is the money equation Bob taught. Money equals value times leverage. The more value you create and the more people you serve, the more money will come, not as a favor, but as a universal law. 3. The law of attraction. You are a magnet. You attract what you are in harmony with. If you're constantly focused on lack, worry, or fear, you magnetize more of it. But if you align your thoughts and emotions with abundance, joy, and certainty, you begin to pull opportunities, people, and ideas into your life. Bob didn't just teach visualization. He taught emotional embodiment. He said, you must become emotionally involved with the goal. Feel it, see it, speak it. Every thought is energy. Every emotion is a command. So train your mind. Speak abundance. Dress for abundance. Walk like you already have it. Because when you change your inner world, the outer world responds. 4. Lifelong learning. Expand to receive. Bob was always a student. Even in his 80s, he studied daily because he knew your income can't grow faster than your mindset. Most people stop learning after school, but millionaires and billionaires, they read, they study, they evolve. Feed your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Read books on wealth, psychology, spirituality, business. Surround yourself with mentors, coaches, and masterminds. Growth isn't optional. It's the price of abundance. 5. Aligned. Action. move with faith. Nothing happens without action. You can have the best affirmations, the most beautiful vision board, but if you don't take bold, aligned steps, you're just dreaming. Bob said, action is the real measure of intelligence. Not just any action, aligned action, action that feels inspired, action that moves through fear, action that declares to the universe, I am ready. Start small if you have to, but start, because momentum is magical. How to apply this to your life? Take a look at your life right now. What beliefs are you holding about money? Are they rooted in fear, guilt, shame? If so, it's time to let them go. Write them down. Burn them. Replace them with new beliefs. I am worthy of wealth. Money serves my mission. I attract opportunities daily. Abundance is my natural state. Practice gratitude every morning. Serve others, solve problems, feel wealthy before the world sees it, and take bold action, even if you're scared, because the universe doesn't reward perfection. It rewards courage. Bob Proctor's message wasn't about money. It was about freedom. Freedom to live your purpose, to give without limit, to expand without fear. He didn't teach how to chase money. He taught how to become someone who naturally attracts it because of who they are, not what they do. You were born rich. You were born powerful. You were born with infinite potential. And now you have the keys, so use them. Your future self is already wealthy. Now it's time to meet them.